again, my friends. This is the boy and his dog, and welcome to the first edition of Hammer Thoughts. This is where I talk about all things Hammer, including news on new releases, new ranges, and my thoughts on it all, really. In today's episode, we are talking about the next two releases in the limited range, the next release in the StudioCanal range, and we've just been introduced to an even newer range called Hammer Presents. Very excited about that, and we'll get to that soon. But first, released this week, my copy hasn't arrived yet, but as soon as it has, I will of course show it off and give my overall thoughts and review, is Whispering Smith Hits London. And here's the description. Private Detective Steve Whispering Smith is intent on holidaying in England, but soon becomes distracted by a pretty face, don't we all? Unfortunately, the pretty face comes with a problem attached, and that problem is murder. Whispering Smith Hits London is an exciting and at times unsettling noir-tinged crime thriller restored in 4K with both UK and the American version, Whispering Smith vs Scotland Yard. On 2 discs, one a 4K of both versions of the film with all extras, the second disc all the same on Blu-ray. There's a commentary on both versions of the film and a decent selection of interviews and documentaries talking about everything from an overview of actors and comparing both versions to an awesome short documentary travelogue filmed in 1950 talking about the village of Bray and its inhabitants. That's where most of the old stuff is filmed. Just in case you didn't know. There is, as usual, a chunky book filmed to the brim with new articles on the film and various parts of behind the scenes. And I'm very excited, I just want it to arrive. In February, we have 2 Hammer film releases, one by Hammer and one by StudioCanal, who released the gorgeous Scars of Dracula and Horror Frankenstein box sets recently. And that is Fear in the Night, which we will talk about quickly first. Fear in the Night is about a newly wedded couple, Peggy, played by Judy Greason, and her husband, played by my 70s Hammer man crush, Ralph Bates. He was amazing. To a secluded boys' school in the English countryside, where her fragile peace is shattered by a series of horrifying encounters with a one-armed assailant, no less, and by the school's enigmatic headmaster, played by the legendary Peter Cushing. And as always, he's amazing. This is a great movie, so can't wait to see it in 4K. The box art looks lush, and I can't wait to add the next couple of posters to my Hammer wall. It also looks like there's a bunch of extras, including a new docu narrated by one of this channel's favourites, Kim Newman, a couple of commentaries, a behind-the-scenes featurette, and a 64-page booklet. Next, Hammer's limited range continues with Stolen Face. Here's what they've got to say about it. A plastic surgeon is jilted by Alice, a beautiful concert pianist, after a whirlwind romance. In desperation, he remakes disfigured criminal Lily in Alice's image, but learns to his very cost that beauty is only skin deep. Dun dun dun. Restored by Hammer in 4K from the original film negative, both UK and US iterations are included with a wealth of extras across 2 discs, a 4K and a Blu-ray, with the same stuff copied on both. A commentary for both iterations of the film, a decent number of documentaries and interviews talking about many different aspects of the film, and the chunky book filled with new and archive articles. Now, I have seen the DVD of this movie, and it's a fabulous little story, and one I think that deserves the 4K limited range treatment. Now, here's exciting new news, and I'm mostly taking this from the recent email from Hammer and their official site. Take a look and listen to this, and prepare to get very excited. A new chapter in Hammer's home entertainment legacy is about to begin. Hammer are proud to introduce Hammer Presents, a curated collection celebrating British horror cinema, presented with the care, craftsmanship and technical excellence that horror fans have come to expect. Selected with precision, these films are given new life with a brand new restorations created from the best original elements, and leading the charge is the chilling folk horror classic Cry of the Banshee, starring the incomparable Vincent Price. I love him. And directed by Gordon Hessler. That was me saying I love him, not Hammer. I'm sure they do as well. Every title on the Hammer Presents collection will be sourced from the brand new high-definition restorations by award-winning partner Silver Salt Restoration, ensuring each release is presented at a consistently exceptional standard, and so far they've been bloody amazing. Each edition will also feature a focused set of special features designed to illuminate the film's history, craft and cultural impact, giving fans deeper context for every release. Cry of the Banshee is only the beginning. Hammer Presents will continue to grow with future releases spanning folk horror, gothic terror, psychological thrillers and cult classics from across British horror. Right, and this is a bit more about Cry of the Banshee. The definitive edition will be presented across separate 4K and Blu-ray editions, including both the director's cut and AIP theatrical cut, each in correct aspect ratio with English subtitles. Included is a new commentary, a new interview with the mighty Ken Newman, an archival featurette, and the usual trailers, TV and radio spots. I'm not sure yet when this is released, but I'm assuming probably February. Oh, we will be having a jam-packed month, won't we? The good thing to know is this isn't instead of the limited Hammer range, but will be released alongside as companion pieces throughout the year. More bi-monthly by the sounds, and will only be released on the months we get the slimmer non-Hammer horrors, never alongside the big boxes. So that's good for my purse. We also know that the second release in the Presents range is The Crucible of Horror, known in the UK as The Corpse. That will only be available on Blu-ray, and one would assume this is due to the quality of the original source material. Still, I'm very excited. So exciting! Yes, I said it again. Times ahead in the Hammer world, and you can be sure I will be showing and reviewing every release next year, along with my usual selection of Doctor Who and notable sci-fi, horror and fantasy releases. Oh, and the odd video game or two of the weekends. Thank you as always for joining me, my fellow friends and fiends, and never forget to keep on keeping on.